Welcome to a Zigfrak developer video. This is Alex Ayers, developer of Zigfrak, and yeah, it's been a long time since I made one of these. I thought it was probably time. It's been almost a year since our last patch, which is kind of a long time in computer years. Since then, I announced we're going to have an expansion for Zigfrak called Backyard BBQ. If you don't know what that is, then I don't know why you're watching this video, but you still can if you want to. You can find out more about the expansion by visiting zigfrak.com. So anyway, yeah, lots of changes, starting with the main menu here. There's a new little message of the day that'll show up there. There's a manage saves screen for multiple save slots. So if you want a whole bunch of different little saves there, you can do it. It's kind of handy, especially for me as a developer. It's handy for testing, so I can go back and try stuff over and over. These are just, your periodic auto saves. These are read-only saves that you can go back to. If something goes bad, you have these periodic snapshots to roll back to. You've also got these tier-based snapshots, which are snapshots that were taken each time you had one of those promotion screens through the course of the campaign, like junior officer, senior officer, etc. So yeah, you can go back to those if you want to. There's new game options. There's a place for you to paste in a loot code, and which will give you cool stuff in game that you can only get this way. It's my way of bribing you into following Twitter, following Zigfrak on Twitter, rather. Yes, follow Zigfrak on Twitter. Get loot codes. Get loot. This is how to do it. Anyway, let's go into the game. There have been so many changes. I just don't even know where to start. Connect with us on Facebook. Just kidding. Facebook sucks. Twitter kind of sucks too, but Following us on Twitter, getting loot codes. Profit. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll edit this out. Maybe I won't. Alright, so one of the first things you'll notice is that the controls have been kind of tightened up. There used to be that old ship follows camera behavior. Lots of players felt that was sloppy and felt kind of loose, and they asked for something with a tighter feel, and I kind of agree on that point, that tighter controls would have been cool, so I did it. I kind of went back and revisited controls, and they're kind of, it feels a lot tighter now. I've implemented what lots of games call virtual joystick, so you don't need to continuously, if you're using a mouse, pick it up and drag it, pick it up and drag it, pick it up and drag it. You just kind of, it's the direction that you kind of want to go and persists until you cancel it out by moving in some other direction. It's like a virtual thumb pad. And if you prefer the old ship follows camera behavior, where you had to pick up and drag, pick up and drag, pick up and drag, you can still do that in the options. But I'm going to show this cool new tight behavior. There's also, this was done in concert with work which made controllers work. Oh, I'm going to die. Unless I kill something. Let's kill something. Anyway, yeah, controllers. Controllers work. This was done because of controllers. And I think it's a good change in general. The controls feel tight, snappy, dialed in. This is how I should have done in the first place. I was trying too hard to make it like traditional RPGs. And this way is a lot better. Oh god damn it, who's killing me this time? I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Killed something. Killed him. Maybe I should get out of here. I'm showing you all this exploding stuff. I can't focus on the things I'm trying to tell you about the Zigfrak Backyard Barbecue expansion. It's exciting stuff, man. Let me show you. First person mode, huh? You like that? Well, we got a fight for your life mode. Or, no, I mean last chance mode. Don't sue me, Gearbox. Kill some assholes. One thing you may notice as I sit here getting my ass handed to me by my own video game is that the difficulty is kind of ramped up. This is intentional. You're supposed to be kind of constantly on the bleeding edge, thinking about creative ways to not die. In many cases, this comes down to utilizing the new recovery mechanic. When your ship is disabled or when your engines are overheated, you can use the recovery mechanic to pause the game, and I'll tell you what it actually says, to vent engines, quicken recovery. It also applies duct tape, which restores health and item durability. The duct tape effect can also clear the last chance effect if you use it in time. Additionally, if there are missiles coming right towards you, this thing will hurl out some decoy flares. So it's a really cool general defensive game mechanic, and it's built right in. It's not an item, it's a command, which means it doesn't go in your inventory, it's just always there. Part of that is that duct tape was de-itemized, so to speak. Means duct tape is no longer an inventory item. That was done because I was checking out my inventory one day and I noticed there were like 50 different kinds of duct tape in there. It was getting kind of crazy. It was kind of like how ammo used to be if anyone played very early releases of the game where ammo was heavily over-itemized. And we fixed that by making ammo generic and putting the special abilities on the guns, which was a really, it was a well-received change, and it made the game a lot better for it. So I kind of tried to do the same thing with duct tape, which is right at the heart of the game here. Oh, I crashed into him. Let me zoom out and show you something cool. One thing I can do now with this particular guy is, oh no, my engine's overheated. Well, I'll show you. Okay, after I recover and vent my engines because I'm a sitting duck, maybe I'll go to a place where I'm not about to die and show you some cool stuff. Some loot. There's probably nothing really good. I don't see anything that I don't already have or need, so I'm gonna get out of here. Maybe just go up here to Gamma Station. This is kind of my... There's something screwed up at this resolution. I gotta figure that out. I'm at a really low resolution right now to record this video at a smooth frame rate, and this is an undeveloped, unfinished alpha, kind of pre-release preview of what I'm doing to the game. So if there's little glitches like you just saw, that's why. It's still working on it. It's in development. You know what that means. I took a game that had been out for a couple years and I brought it back into freaking beta because I can and because I love it. And I think that the game deserves it. That's why I'm doing this. I want to, before I move on to some other project, I want to give Zigfrak a solid send-off. I want to give the players a solid thank you. Here's a solid set of features. I want to leave it better than I found it. And that's my speech about why I'm doing Backyard Barbecue. What else? Let me see what my sticky note says here. I showed you first person. I didn't really talk about it. Maybe I'll go back to a place we're getting shot at. I'll show you there's chained beam effects, which is cool. So your tractor beam your disruptor, your mining laser, anything that's like a beam weapon can chain to multiple targets. It's kind of cool. Tech specs. Tech specs, yes. Let me show you tech specs. I'm going to temporarily pause this, make sure everything's recording okay, and then I'll ramble on about tech specs. That actually worked. All right, let me keep going here. I like it when things work. So this, I gotta mention, I'm at a really low resolution here because this hardware doesn't like to record video and play games at the same time at a reasonable frame rate. So please bear with me. This is just a development video. I'm not trying to make a game trailer or anything like that. So you guys are cool. You understand that. That's what we're just hanging out here. We're just talking. I'm just showing off. This is developer show and tell. I just crashed into a station. I'm a little drunk. Full disclosure, I'm a little drunk. So there's that. What I was going to do though is show you tech specs. Tech specs, talent trees. Everyone has always been like, this is an RPG, where are the talents? Well, here they are. They're here. They're a thing now. I'm spec'd into, there's 5 specs. The UI is shit right now, yes. This is a placeholder UI, basically. I want to pretty it up. You can see it's kind of disproportionate. At least, you know, I could even up the margins. For Christ's sake, show some sense. So anyway, yeah, I'm spec'd into specialist. So I'm specialist spec. Haha, get it? And specialist is focused on kinetic damage in particular. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I've got this. Every spec has an action skill. So this one, ramming speed, increases collision damage. Next time you engine boost, you will charge forward. Killing an enemy by ramming grants a stacking collision damage bonus. So yeah, if you can put 1 + 1 + 1 together, you can see that that adds up to a pretty fun little talent where you pinball around, smashing into big enemies and blowing them up, and then ricocheting off to the next guy. It's pretty fun. It's a different way to play Zigfrak, and yeah, it introduces the concept of collision damage, and it also refines the way that kinetic damage in general works. Kinetic damage will always inherit, you know, an additional damage bonus from however fast the projectile or the ship or whatever is going. So that however much energy that collision damage, that collision impact unleashes will be reflected in terms of damage. I guess would be one way to put that. Anyway, gotta go fast. There's talents here. I'm spec'd into this. I don't want to go into each one because there are over 50 little talents here to talk about. So I'll do that, you know, when it's time. This isn't time to go into all of them, but yeah, there's 5 specs here. This guy, one of them is it's this one. It's still under development. You can see it's like, there's nothing there, it's just generic names. But these other guys, four tech specs are all ready to go. And the way that it works is that you're awarded points every few levels, you know, just like you would expect. And you go up the tree. Bottom thing is not immediately apparent in this UI, but that's the base action skill that you actually can use on demand as needed. And the rest of these are like kind of support skills that build on that in whatever direction you want to take it. Now I should talk about the plans for this. The Backyard BBQ expansion is going to introduce a second playthrough, raise the level cap, and add a whole bunch of content for you to go through and level through. And in the course of that, you will be able to get a second tech spec, which will be like kind of in many ways turn the game on its own head and makes you seriously overpowered. But there's going to be, you know, the difficulty curve there is going to be, let's just say, non-linear. Enemies will also have access to these abilities, so you're going to run into some fierce opposition out there, I guess would be one way to say it. I mentioned I'm drunk, right? Oh god, I'm gonna put this on the internet. I'm gonna put this on the internet. Anyway, so tech specs, our thing. What's next? What else am I gonna talk about? Let me look at my list. Oh shit! Yeah, pets. Pets. Let me summon my pet. What's this? Yeah, I got a pet. I captured this guy. I disabled him, boarded his ship, and then instead of capturing his ship for myself, I captured him as a pet. And now, whoa, sorry dude, clicked on something bad there. Now I've got him as a pet, and having him as a pet is just like a normal unit. You can dock with your pet. Apologies for this cutscene with the weird clipping at this resolution. There's some bug, I don't know. First time I've seen it, because I don't usually play at 1024. God help you if you do. Maybe I will just leave it. I don't know. Maybe I'll increase the minimum resolution at 1280, so that way I don't have to deal with it, but we'll figure it out. My point here is that, check it out. He's just a normal guy. He's my pet. And you can release your pet. Like, I mean, like, you can tell him to go off on his own. See, there he goes. And you can tell him to come back. You can dismiss him. That's about it. And there's a bunch of different pets, and they all do different things. Some pets are combat pets, like that guy. He'll actually fly along with you, and he'll shoot at enemies along with you and stuff. He's not seriously powerful or anything, but it's kind of cool. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Projectile vomit. I already have one of those. Shit. Oh well. Legendaries are legendaries, right? That's weird. I don't know where that came from. Sometimes loot randomly spawns. I understand that, you know, why that happens. There's a spawner that I put here to make it interesting and randomly spawn loot, but to see a legendary out there was pretty unusual. That's pretty cool, actually. So don't ever say I'm stingy with the loot, because there's lots of loot in Zigfrak. I should mention some stuff about loot. I talked about the de-itemization of armor and duct tape, didn't I? I'll have to check and make sure. I'll come back to that. Item quality squish, yeah, so, you know, Zigfrak had the normal RPG level of items, like, you know, white through orange, and then we extended it with a couple crazy levels that went beyond orange, and, you know, it started to get a little ridiculous, and you know, one day I was just playing the game, I was like, okay, yeah, that was fun, that was funny, haha, we had nightmare levels and ludicrous levels or whatever we had, but it's time to squish that down back to a manageable, you know, conceivable, understandable range. So as of the next patch, we'll be back to trash to legendary, the traditional spectrum of RPG loot. Stats aren't affected by this. Under the cover, the stats are the same. It's just that we're squishing it down so that things that were like purple before are going to be green. And I'm sorry, you know, it just means if you find that you've got a bunch of greens equipped when you get back into the game after the next patch, it means that you got to get better shit, I guess. I don't know. It more accurately reflects, you know, the quality of the item, I think, to do it this way. Having them over the top like that was just too much, too often, and this makes it a little bit more special when you get a legendary, I think. This makes legendaries really legendary kind of feeling, you know. Even though I have a lot of them, you'll notice, hey, check. This is what my inventory looks like as the developer. This is my guy. This is my save that I use and I take with me. This is my dude. This is all my stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and check on this portion of the video, make sure it recorded okay, and I will continue in just a moment. Okay, so far so good. We've got grenades. Several existing types, classes of items have been turned into grenades that you chuck at your enemies. kind of cool, and that's in addition to the weapon slots that you already had, so that's another way to deal out some damage. So many changes, man. This is boring. Let's go kill shit. Let's kill some xenoids. I haven't killed any of them in a while. It's all been like humans. Alright. That low res jump effect. I was hoping to show off the jump effect, but it looks like crap at 24 resolution. You get to see all of the wards. I'm not going to edit this video to hide any ugly things. This is raw. This is what the game looks like right now. Hey, how about some more first person? Click to seduce? What's that? Is that a way to get pets out of wormholes? Oh my god. Except I'm too far away. Click to seduce. Oh, that was too slow, too far away. Did I just give away a secret of pets? For like the 2 people out there who ever watch this video, you'll know how to get, you'll know one way to get pets. In Backyard Barbecue, the Zigfrak expansion coming soon, or coming eventually, with a couple test releases between now and later. It's a free expansion, built right into the game, that I'm not asking any more money for. Oh, maybe I should ask more for the game, like $5. At that point, we'll see. But no, if you already got the game, if you are an existing player, if you already have this game, you're gonna get Zigfrak Backyard Barbecue for free. It's just gonna be put right in. You're just gonna wake up one day and be like, where did this come from? Holy dog shit. Holy dog shit! We killed all the bad guys. Let's go somewhere else, kill some more bad guys. Not there because Guardians are mean. How about this random place? You can let me eat the microphone. You can fly to planets. Check that out. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, didn't I? You can actually... I've unlocked the skybox, and you can fly around to these planets now. Yeah. Free roaming, I call that. You can freely roam the Zigfrak galaxy without being locked to a single planet like it was before. You can explore all these places. You can get like, be like, what's on the other side of that planet? You can go around it. Check it out. Don't get too close to the planet or you will die. I'll just say that. I don't want to demonstrate it right now. Because I don't want to die right now. Although, Jesus, man. These guys are mean. See that thing there? That was ammo pickup. Or, sorry, no, armor pickup. Armor is another one of the things that has been what I call de-itemized in the game. Armor is no longer an inventory item, but a power-up. Same thing with overshields. You'll just see those floating around. You'll see armor up pickup, it's called, and you'll get that. And you'll get a level-appropriate armor item automatically applied to you as an effect instead of an inventory item. And those come and go. I thought it was a better way to do it because the intention behind the armor items was that they would always be kind of like a temporary power-up anyway. Not a long-lasting item. Not a long-lasting item anyway, but something that is more disposable and ephemeral, transient, ethereal, temporary. Anyway, yeah. So turning those into power-up effects in a first-class way addresses the original intent behind armor. All right, I'm just dying all over the place, man. These guys are kicking my ass. Here's an ammo up. You see, astute players of the game may have noticed that this thing I'm using to get the loot is more like a teleporter than a tractor beam. Yeah, you can get a loot teleporter now. The old tractor beams are still there, and there are actually several powerful new variants of them, but there are also these cool new loot teleporters. Just beams them right up, and you can see that beam chaining from item to item. That's the beam chaining effect that I was talking about earlier. Most beam effects can do that now. All that loot. Man, all these changes. I owe you one patch for Zigfrak. It's been so long. It's been so long. What if I get hit by a train, man? That would suck. Shit, you'd never get this. Before I get hit by a train, I gotta release this patch. At least. Oh, now I'm gonna get hit by a train like tomorrow. It's gonna be really sad when you're watching this. Don't be sad. I'm in a better place. Ugh. Or maybe I'm not. You should be sad. Maybe you should tell your children about me so that the legend isn't forgotten. Anyway, take a break from getting my ass kicked, see what my list of things to talk about says. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that's not ready yet. I'm not going to show the things that aren't ready yet because they're not there and I can't show you them. I'm sorry. But yeah, what it comes down to is developing games is hard. I have high ambitions for this, which have not subsided. I intend to deliver a solid fucking expansion to you and see this game out in style and make it, you know, solid. I know I've got mostly positive reviews on Steam for Zigfrak, but lots of people, you know, they've dinged me for valid points. I hope to address lots of those. And you know, I'm kind of operating on the modern methodology behind software development, which is that versions are a living, breathing thing. You know, if you want to make a major change to your software, you can, and it's no big deal. I don't have to release like a sequel to Zigfrak to make these improvements. Is what I'm saying. I can improve the product that's in your hands right now. Maybe, who knows, it'll bring in some more sales along the way. That would be cool. But yeah, I want to see this out, do it right, do you right as players, say thank you, and leave this thing in good shape. This is what it looks like right now. It's somewhat in shambles, although it is, you know, I feel good enough about it to show you it in this video, at least. So that's something, ain't it? And we'll get test builds into your hands soon. I promise. We're gonna do it. I've mentioned on the forums and elsewhere that this isn't my day job. I have a day job, and it's not this anymore, because I gotta pay the rent. And so when I work on Zigfrak like this, it's on the weekends, and it's during breaks, and it's after work, and it's not something I can do 40 hours a week on. I wish it was. Maybe someday it will be. Again, we'll see. But until then, I am cranking away on this on my off hours. It's a labor of love. It's a passion project, and it's come so far. It's come so far. I've crossed the point of no return with this. It means I am going to deliver this to you in this lifetime or die trying. Zigfrak, Backyard Barbecue, feature release, separate from the content release. Didn't show you any of the new content because I'm breaking that up. Feature release comes first, where we're going to roll out all of these cool new systems changes, and then we're going to do another one where we layer the new content on top of that. Some of the content's ready. It's just, you know, I'm not going to show you that because it's way not ready. It's so not ready. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even know why I'm talking about it if I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, I told you I was drunk. I told you, I think, everything you needed to know so far. Yeah. I could show you some more stuff, I guess, but this video's running kind of long. You got shit to do, I'm sure. Whoa, that was cool. Did you see that? All right, Zigfrak.